My friends, with the reveal of the GTA 6 pre-orders and pre-orders going live at this time pretty much all over the world now, but even with that, not everything is sunshine and rainbows, because Rockstar has made some very baffling decisions when it comes to GTA 6. To put it as simple as it can be, it is simply insane. One of the decisions that Rockstar Games are currently getting major backlash for, which is paywall content for the $100 Ultimate Edition of GTA 6, which means if you buy the standard edition of GTA 6, you are locked out of those businesses and shops. You cannot use them unless you purchase the Ultimate Edition of GTA 6. And of course, do I need to explain to you guys why this is a big problem? Simply put, it is terrible in any way you look at it. There is no good side of paywalling content in the game behind the most expensive edition of your game. It's just terrible. And let me tell you, it's not like they're paywalling only one store, maybe a clothing store or a hair salon. No. We're talking about upwards of 15 shops, businesses that are locked behind the Ultimate Edition. To be exact, one of these paywall shops is the Rada Customs mod shop, which if you haven't seen it yet, using this mod shop, you can turn your stock and just absolutely terrible and ugly looking car into the most amazing looking car with so many customizations. There's a picture in front of you right now. You can see the stock version on the left, and of course the same vehicle that is customizable and fully upgraded using this mod shop that is locked behind the Ultimate Edition. I mean, just imagine people buying the standard edition, you don't even have access to this sort of customizations. It is absolutely terrible. But that's not it, because we also have Sarah's unisex salon, which both Jason and Lucia can use, and you can change their hairstyles and facial build for Jason, as well as makeup and get your nails done for Lucia. Again, if you buy the standard edition, you're locked out. You can't even use these type of customizations. There's also the stock 305 clothing store, again only open for business with the Ultimate Edition, which includes various unique and exclusive looks for Jason and Lucia. And you're seeing in front of you right now the type of clothing that you're missing out if you don't buy the Ultimate Edition. It is absolutely terrible, but if you thought we were done with it, not even close, because we also have the Electric Fang tattoo shop, which will include over 50 signature tattoos for both Jason and Lucia, all designed by the real life artist collective at Paywall. Of course, this is a real tattoo shop based in Brooklyn, New York, and it is in the game, but only if you buy the Ultimate Edition. And again, here are some of the tattoos that I'll be missing out on. Like I said, man, it's just ridiculous, okay? Absolutely ridiculous. What about this one? The One-Eyed Willie's mod shop. Again, similar to the previous mod shop. Here you can customize your off-road vehicles. Again, man, just, I know I keep on saying the same thing, but it's absolutely terrible. The fact that they're locking so many content, okay? Not just one or two things, but so many content, upwards of 15 content, shops, businesses, and all that good stuff that make GTA games where it is, without these shops to go and explode, without these businesses to actually have fun with them, and what is the point of playing GTA 6? And unfortunately, they are locking it all away behind the most expensive edition of the game, which will set you back $100. But my question is, how is this gonna work, okay? So let's say, for example, you buy the Ultimate Edition, you get access to all of these mod shops and these businesses and all that. But if I don't buy the Ultimate Edition, if I just buy the standard edition, what is it gonna look like for me in game? Is it gonna be just simply the same store and everything, but just simply not enterable? Or is it just gonna be completely removed from my game and maybe be replaced by something else? Or maybe it's gonna be closed forever, or maybe it's gonna be under construction? That is a very interesting question that I have. How is it gonna look for people that do not have the Ultimate Edition? But not only that, what about GTA 6 Online whenever that launches? How is that gonna work? When it comes to GTA Online, everybody, regardless of what edition they bought, they're all put into one lobby, whether you buy the Ultimate Edition or the Standard Edition. So how on earth is that gonna look when you're playing GTA Online? You can see some people actually having access to that store while you can't have it. How are they gonna even make that happen? Or maybe it's not gonna be accessible at all for everybody, which I very highly doubt. So like I said, how is GTA 6 Online gonna work? Unless they categorize the lobbies by people who bought the Ultimate Edition and the Standard Edition, which again, it is very highly unlikely. Now obviously, when it comes to single player, yes, it is easier to lock off sections if you buy the Standard Edition and open the same sections if you buy the Ultimate Edition. But when it comes to GTA 6 Online, how is that gonna work? I'm not sure, to be honest with you guys. So yeah, this is the major decision that Rockstar Games are facing backlash on, and rightly so. I totally agree with this, because it is absolutely ridiculous to paywall content, shops, businesses behind the most expensive edition of the game. But that's not the only decision, because Rockstar decided to make another crappy decision, and that is to pretty much make every single edition of GTA 6 digitally. Yes, I know there is the digital versions and then there's the physical editions, but let's be honest, the physical editions are pretty much a waste of plastic, because Rockstar themselves confirmed that the physical copies will not come with a disc. Just let that sink in, okay? Just let that sink in. You go on to buy the physical copy and you won't even get the main important aspect of buying a physical copy, and that is the disc itself. What even is the point? Seriously, what even is the point of having a physical edition of GTA 6 when even the physical edition is just a digital edition in disguise? All you'll get is a piece of plastic with a piece of paper inside of that piece of plastic, so you can digitally purchase and download the game that way. money. No disc in physical copies, it's just a digital game code. Do you guys remember the launch of GTA 5 and even most recently as 8 years ago, the release of Red Dead Redemption 2, when you bought that physical copy, whether it was the Ultimate Edition or just the Standard Edition, not only you got the most important thing when it comes to buying physical copy, and that is the disc of course, but you also got maps and guides and all that amazing things that make a physical copy what it is. And not only that, it makes midnight release pretty much useless. Let's be honest, who's gonna go for a midnight launch now? Simply put, there is no such thing as a midnight release for GTA 6 because the game, even when you buy it physically, you won't get the actual game. And not only that, the physical edition, if you even can call it that, will be releasing a full week early on November 12th, so you can preload the game and get it ready for November 19th. Again, pretty much eliminated midnight release because it's just gone, okay? No disc in the physical copy, it's just gonna be a piece of paper with a digital code. The game is gonna release a full week before, and yeah, I mean, it's absolutely terrible. And yes, I do understand why they did this. It's because for a game like GTA 6, they're trying to do everything to stop the story and all that good stuff leaking before the actual launch on November 19th, but not like this, man, not like this. Removing the disc in a physical copy is criminal, it should be illegal. There were definitely other ways to stop the game leaking before November 19th launch. I mean, one of the easiest things they could have done is they could have delayed their physical copies, and it will include everything that a physical copy should be, or the only difference is that it's gonna arrive a week later, and that's it. That would have been a great way to stop the leaks from happening days before the official launch. And if you guys remember a leak, I believe it was late last year or maybe early of this year, that said apparently that the physical copies of GTA 6 were gonna get delayed by a week in order to stop the game from leaking. Of course, that leak ended up turning to be fake, and yeah, here is now it is releasing, but instead of actually being a real physical copy, it's just a digital copy disguised in a physical copy, and it is absolutely terrible. As someone that values physical media, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys do as well, this is really a shame. And not only that, this also eliminates the point of physical media, and that is of course for the used market. How are you gonna buy a used copy of GTA 6 when there is no copy at all to be sold from one person to the other and to the other, when all you have is a digital code, only one time redeemable? Once you use it, that's it, nobody else can use it. Of course, unlike a disc where you can give it to 100 people after you and everybody can play it. So that is yet another community that Rockstar Games are hurting, and that is the community that buy used copies. It's just terrible, okay? Like I said, all around it is just terrible. The fact that they've done this to the physical edition of GTA 6, it is super sad and just depressing. Alongside all of that, another decision that Rockstar Games are facing backlash for is of course none other than pricing of the game. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, unlike the two previous decisions, I can't really say I agree with this backlash. Now, yes, hear me out, I know, $80 and $100 are a lot of money, but let's be honest, for a game as big as GTA 6 that's been in development for 7 to 8 years, so almost about 10 years, and with the large scope of GTA 6, with everything that'll be included in it, with how amazing the game looks in terms of the graphics, and I'm pretty sure the story and everything is gonna be amazing about this game, I think having an 80 for the standard edition is definitely gonna be good. Oh, and of course, how can I forget? Apparently they spent about $2 billion to make this game, and at the end of the day, Rockstar Games and the parent company Take-Two, they are a company that just spent $2 billion on this project, so they have to make that back somehow. But not only that, I believe the game itself, with the amount of content that'll be in it, like I said, I think it will definitely be worth $80. Again, like I said, yes, I know it's an increase of 70 from this generation and even an increase of $20 from the previous generations, but like I said, with the amount of content that will be included in GTA 6 and just how large this game is, I feel like this will be the only game that will actually get away with making it an $80 game. Now, would I have absolutely loved for it to be a $70 game? Absolutely, man. How amazing would that be? But like I said, an increase of $10. I know it's still a lot, but at the same time, for what we'll get into GTA 6 and for how long we will play it, I think the $80 price tag will be worth it in the long run. And then of course, if we move on to the Ultimate Edition, the $100 Ultimate Edition, to be completely honest with you guys, I don't see why everybody's upset about the $100 price tag when you have games like Call of Duty who have released a $100 Vault Edition for the previous 4 or 5 years, and each game only has a lifespan of 1 year, so every year you have to pay $100 for that Vault Edition. And also have games like Borderlands 4, Assassin's Creed, and also the upcoming Fable, all with their top tier editions costing $100 and some of them even $100+, and you get less content than what's been given in the Ultimate Edition of GTA 6 and for the same price of $100. So like I said, while yes, I do understand $80 and $100 are a lot of money, but like I said, for GTA 6, with the amount of content and the amount of time that will be playing playing this game, they'll definitely be worth it in the long run. So because of that, I personally don't believe that the pricing is a major mind-blowing decision from Rockstar Games. I feel like this is the sweet spot in terms of pricing for this game. They didn't make it way too expensive, they kept it reasonable while still having an increase of price. Like I said, I feel 80 and 100 is the sweet spot for this game. But of course, what do you guys think about everything we talked about in this video? Make sure to tell me in the comment section down below. I would love to read your guys' opinion. But with all of that being said, if you guys want a breakdown of all the information dump that we got yesterday, including the new website, screenshots, pricing, editions, all that good stuff, watch the video on the screen right now, and I will see you there.